Hello, Jester Good here. Today we're taking a look at the LEGO Juniors Incredibles 2 Great Home Escape set with 178 pieces, 4 minifigures, and retails for $30 in the United States. I got this at Walmart. Now let's take a look at those minifigures. So the first minifigure we'll take a look at is Dash, and keep in mind every minifigure in this set is exclusive, so that is freaking awesome. His design is very simple, but it works perfectly. I mean, they use this existing hairpiece because it is literally the perfect hairpiece for him. I mean, this was made spot on. They didn't need to make any new mold. You can see he has a smiling face right there. I like his very small little freckles, which are kind of hard to see, and his dual molded short legs. And yes, those are dual molded if you ever looked at how they were made. They're not triple molded, and it's nice to see them using that here. They didn't skimp out or anything like that. And you do also get this orange skateboard, which is kind of an uncommon color for a skateboard, and this weird water gun for a Dash. So here is Violet, and I love this minifigure for that hairpiece. What a freaking awesome new hair mold. It's a hard plastic. It has this hairband up top, which is just kind of printed on, and the design of this is freaking phenomenal. Same legs as her mom, different torso than her mom for one big reason, which if you compare the two, you'll see what. And then right here, she does have this worried face on the back as an alternate expression. They also have a force field build for Violet, which is kind of interesting. It's a new print on that dish piece, and it uses a shield. I was expecting it to use that one they use for Spider-Man's webs or whatnot, but kind of an interesting build overall. So here is Jack Jack, and the design of this uses that 2016 baby mold, which does have some new colors here. We've never gotten it with flesh and in this red coloring. And of course, if you don't know how that works, it's actually two separate pieces where this headpiece can actually be taken off. Now, what I wish this had, and this can connect to one stud, is that strand of hair for Jack Jack, because that is one of his defining features, and it just kind of misses it there. They would have had to make a new mold because you can't really stick something up there, but it would have looked pretty good. But oh well, I guess this is close enough. And they use the existing creator piece, which I haven't seen for a little bit, for Jack Jack as a force field, and you can see it just is kind of plopped in the middle right there. So I finally have all of the Parr family in Lego form. So here is Brick, and if you look at the final pictures of her in the movie, she looks completely different from this figure. Like, they got this design very wrong, but that's okay. I mean, they finalized these designs way earlier than the official movie. So you can see back here, she kind of has this evil look. And I have to say, despite being inaccurate, this is a fantastic figure. I love that front facial printing and the hairpiece, which is a new coloring for that Black Widow hair. So I always love getting new hair pieces, and you do get a few in this set. Alright, because this is a junior set, there's a whole bunch of different disconnected builds. So let's take a look at the house first. This is a junior set, so don't expect any accuracy with the house build, but you got some key features kind of going on here. For example, there's this top roof part, which you could use to kind of skateboard dash through, which is kind of fun to play around with. There's this big wall piece right here, which actually has 3 frames for doors or panels. It's a new mold that I haven't seen before, so that was quite interesting. So there's this fireplace right here with a 2x4 of the Parr family as a family picture, which I think is nice. Of course, they don't use stickers in these junior sets, so that's a nice print. We also have the secret kind of intercom system, which is also printed as well. Has a nice kind of design. And then in the middle right here, we have a sofa. And at the right, we have this little phone design with a nice kind of old roof piece. And that has a printed Incredibles logo. And there's this back door, which there's really no back area to this set. There's a plant, a light, but you can see there's nothing going on in the back. It's really something that you play with from the front. There is a slide, though, which is kind of hidden by the waterfall. I like these small rock pieces right here in this color. And to kind of reveal the slide, you just open up the waterfall from the front, which is on a hinge. And then you could slide down one of the characters. We got Dash right here. And you can see the slide works pretty well. I think kids will really like that little feature. So that's it for the house, or at least the interior of the house, because we also have this outside pool right here with a nice printed parasol design that I haven't seen in this coloring before. So that's pretty neat. And they have these little cylinder pieces in the middle just to kind of illustrate water. Not much going on there, but they also have this lounge chair right here, which you can see they have this orange juice printing, which is not a new print. I think it's from Lego Friends. And this is actually a little play feature, because what you do is you put Jack Jack's force field, and then you press on here, and it launches it, which is kind of interesting. As for the last build, we do have Brick's vehicle, which the design of this does have some new printed pieces, like this one on a roof piece up front. Also, there's this print and that nice miniature grill piece that they kind of introduced this year. And there is this launcher where you put bricks and you just kind of launch it like this. Holy crud, that shot super far. And they have enough, if you lose them, just like I did, to give you extras, because they give, like, I think 6 in the set altogether for this one build. But there's enough space to fit about one minifigure and that main part right there with a steering wheel. But that is actually it for the builds of the set. Let's go on to the packaging, and then we could go on to the final verdict. Here is the front of the box. It's a nice $30 box size with the back that shows all these separate little accessories. As for the instruction, there's some interesting parts like this little artwork design right here, and also an ad for the Incredibles video game, which still has that chunky Mr. Incredible. So overall, this is not a bad set with great minifigures. No, this is a good set with great minifigures, and I'll tell you why. Yeah, the build is very juniorized and it doesn't make much sense, but first off, it's fun, and second off, you get a lot of great pieces in here. New colors, new molds, new prints that are exclusive to the set, and I'm really satisfied with how that came out, because I know adults are going to be buying this for Violet, Dash, and Jack Jack, which, since Incredibles is so popular with all ages, people are going to buy this just for that, and they don't have to fork over like $80. No, it's only $30. It's a relatively cheap price, and I think for that price, it's a good deal, despite only having like 150 pieces. It feels more like a $20 build, so it's not perfect in that price point, but it doesn't feel ridiculous, because you do get super detailed minifigures with like dual molding all around. Even that brick minifigure, which I have no idea who she is, she's a great minifigure for her hairpiece especially. So with all that considered, I rate this one a B+. I wish the build was a little bit better for adults as well. I know it's a junior set, but just a bit. And I wish the value was just a little bit better, but other than that, I really recommend it for the minifigures and the pieces you'll get. You won't be disappointed. So that's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.